I would say the majority of those roadblocks are in people conceiving of the fact that entrepreneurship education shouldn't just take place in an entrepreneurship class. So we think that that will be the next kind of big hurdle to get through within the K through 12 space as we look through starting very young as getting students to see themselves just as problem solvers and problem identifiers in their community.
Thank you, Chelsea. And Kim, over to you. In your introduction, can you tell us a little bit, how can the public education and training systems provide better support for women and girls who aspire to become entrepreneurs?
Sure. It's nice to be with everybody today. My name is Kimberly Vitelli. I'm the administrator of the Office of Workforce Investment at the Department of Labor and the Employment and Training Administration. We're the program office for the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act program that Jenny from NFTE mentioned earlier, as well as many different employment and training programs outside of WIOA. And also a pocket of our work includes online career tools for the general public, not just those who are seeking the services of the public workforce system. So tools like Career One Stop that helps people find jobs, and things like ONET that is a wonderful database of the skills and competencies and knowledge of every occupation in the United States. So the public workforce system is heavily sort of influenced by WIOA. That's our main authorizing statute. Just to sort of ground people about what WIOA does, this is largely money that Congress appropriates to us. We give out to states, and states push it down to local areas. So it's a super federalized system that's a feature, not a bug, that it varies a lot from local to local area. And that's so that so that the workforce and training services can be responsive to the local community's needs. Every local area has a local workforce development board. So when we're thinking about sort of what the state of play is in the environment, if you're not already familiar with local workforce development boards, they can be a real asset and allies. The local workforce development board is made up, it's majority business owners, representatives of business. The chair also has to be from the business community, and the other members of the local workforce development board might be from education, community organizations, labor organizations, workforce development programs. And that board sets the policy priorities and heavily influences what kind of training that a local area might be tilting their resources towards. And so they're a great asset. Not everyone, sort of, even if you've got sort of a picture of what workforce development does, necessarily, of course, understand like all the different programs. I won't go into the super detailed, but one that I do want to lift up for you is sort of the work that is done for Opportunity Youth. So WIOA and most of the workforce development services are largely dedicated to people going through some sort of economic change. Our biggest program is for dislocated workers. People have lost their jobs. And we also have a program, the WIOA adult program. It's largely for low-income adults, especially folks who are receiving public benefits and trying to move off of benefits. But that third